chat with Adam. So without further ado, let me just introduce Adam Young of Owl City.
Hello.
All right, so can everyone see Adam?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so just want to clarify, if there's anyone who cannot see Adam, please speak now or go ahead and make note on the chat so Amy can work with us. I think we're good. All right. So before we begin, I just want to please be courteous and mindful of the questions you ask. I don't foresee any issues with that, but just remember, treat everybody with respect and adhere to our Facebook policy on offensive language, inappropriate language. I don't really think that'll be an issue, but I want to make sure that that's known. And with that being said, I'm going to first, I'll call each one of you to ask your question, and then Adam will respond. So we're going to go alphabetically by first name. So Alyssa, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, Adam.
Hi.
So my question has to do with kind of how you developed your style of music. You've been a big inspiration to me, both musically and lyrically, and I'm wondering how you kind of developed your style with so many metaphors and your like surrealism theme kind of thing that you do.
Thank you. First of all, the irony here is that the music kind of found me, and I never really sat down with a plan to really kind of devise what I didn't want. I just kind of started to write, and with no boundaries, no limits, and it just kind of happened. So honestly, I couldn't really tell you, that I had it all figured out long before I started. It just sort of happened, and the words kind of just started to appear on the page, and I don't know, all of a sudden here I am with 4 records now, and it's been quite the ride.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. All right, I'm going to go through next to Brooke F. We have a couple of Brooks on the call, so Brooke F., go ahead.
Brooke F.
Yeah, 6 letters, please?
Yes. Hi. My question is, what is it like to know that people all over the world are listening to your music and that it's impacting them in a positive way?
It's really, really humbling, and it's very compelling, and it's a huge source of purpose for me behind writing. Whenever I sit down to write a song now, it's like it's a great feeling to know that there might be a lot of ears willing to drop everything and listen to whatever it is I do, and that's really exciting for somebody who never planned on this happening to him. It's an incredible feeling. So just knowing that there's somebody, in and around the world at any given moment who's listening to a song of mine is like priceless. It's so not about iTunes or the charts or radio play or getting a check or whatever for me. It's just about knowing that people out there appreciate what I do. And that's, like I said, that's very, very priceless.
This is Jamie, and I have to say that's very refreshing to hear. Yeah, I would agree. Good question, Brooke. We have our second Brooke here, Brooke M. And I know Brooke, she, I think, was probably a little overwhelmed with trying to figure out exactly what question she was going to ask Adam, but still wanted to make a comment. So, Brooke, go ahead.
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
I honestly don't really have a question for you. There's so many, and you're perfect already. So I just wanted to tell you that I really love your music, like really. It is completely awesome, and I love listening to it. Like it puts the biggest smile on my face. It is amazing.
Thank you very much.
Well, Brooke, I think even though it may not have been an out-and-out question, you probably echoed the sentiment of a ton of fans right there. So still very well said.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we're going across the pond here for our next one. Delticia, are you ready?
Yep. Hi, Adam. Hi. What event happens in your life and give you the will to involve yourself to fight against children's starvation?
I think I missed that. Can you say it one more time?
Yep. What events happened in your life and gave you the will to involve yourself to fight against children's starvation?
And I'll help out too, Adam. I know that I had gotten Delticia's question in advance, and I adore your accent, Delticia, but what event happened in your life that gave you the will to involve yourself and fight against children's starvation, Adam?
Oh, thank you. Yes. It was really evident to me. My mom is an elementary school teacher, and so I always grew up. She would come home every night and talk about what happened during the day. And growing up, it was always very relevant and very clear to me that sadly there were a lot of kids that were worrying about their next meal every day. In my little hometown, it's 20,000 people, and it's in the Midwest, it's very safe and it's very sound, and it's like, what could go wrong in my little town? But this is a real issue, and I was exposed to that sort of directly but indirectly through my mother as a teacher. So that got me thinking, and that really got my heart kind of open to this issue, which is a real issue, and it's a terrible thing that's happening. So yeah, that was like the inspiration behind me wanting to do whatever it is I can do to help out this cause, and that's kind of just down to making people aware of the issue. So it's been an honor to do my part and to help out in any way I can.
And it's our honor to have you kind of be one of our ambassadors and a voice and share your voice for our Child Hunger Ends Here campaign, Adam. Truly it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Mary Ellen?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
I'm so nervous. Okay, okay, hi, Adam. Okay, my question is, are you going to make a studio version of I Hope You Think of Me?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question. The answer is yes, and the other half of the answer is it's already done. I'm just waiting to figure out when I can put it out, what makes sense. It didn't quite fit on the new records, that's why I'm kind of hanging on to it, but yeah, it's a good question. I'm surprised you know that. So yeah, hopefully when there's the right place, the right time, I'm going to figure out how to put it out, even if it's just the B-side or whatever it is. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be looking forward to it a lot.
So does that mean we're privy to breaking news, Adam? You just hot off the presses?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. Well, I've heard the song live before a few times, but I haven't really, given anybody a preview of it yet in studio form. So looking forward to it.
No, that is exciting, and a testament to the loyalty with your fans. So they pay attention.
Yeah. Very cool.
All right, Mark, you ready for your question?
Hey Adam.
Hey.
What outboard gear or channel strips do you use most for your vocals and synthesizers?
That's a great question. That's like up my alley kind of a question. Not many people ask that stuff. For my vocals, I use a Universal Audio 621 preamp, just like their main preamp. I forget the number of it, but I use a blue bottle mic, like the big tube mic, through that preamp, and then I go to TubeTech CL1B compressor, outboard compressor, all outboard stuff, which probably makes zero sense to anybody else on the call, but that's kind of my main vocal channel, and then I do processing stuff with plugins and stuff in Pro Tools, more compressing and reverb and delay and all that stuff. Synthesizers, it's pretty simple. I just go straight out of the synth right into a pair of Empirical Lab distressor compressors. Like every studio has a pair of those. Like you can't go wrong. So, and then just writing the Pro Tools with that. Most of that stuff I use in post processing with plugins. So I could talk about all this stuff forever, but yeah, that's kind of the basic gist. Hopefully that makes sense to you.
All right, thanks a lot.
That was a great question, and clearly I'm not cool enough to understand any of that. I'm so glad that you touched on something that the two of you could connect on. That's awesome. We'll go to Michelle. Go ahead.
Much fun. I'm actually doing audio engineering in college right now because of the music that you made. And I have one quick question, one technical question. The quick question is, will you ever release the Pacific EP, your Port Blue song, like your Port Blue album? Because Bass Jumping is my favorite song that you've ever written, and I can't find a high quality version of it anywhere. And
thank you very much.
Well, the technical question is, I see listed on your Sky Harbor Studios website all the gear that you use, and I see that you use like 6 different DAWs for all your music. I mean, I can recognize Reason sounds from your early stuff, and I see you post stuff on Twitter about you like using Logic, and I can see in all the pictures of your studio that you're using a C24, which clearly means you're using Pro Tools. Like, do you use a certain DAW for certain applications and genres of music, or is it just kind of random what you do in terms of that?
First question is, hopefully soon, that Port Blue record, I think I made that in 2004 or 5, so it's been a lot of years kind of sitting on the shelf in the can. And I know a bunch of it found its way online, and it's some pretty poor quality audio, but yeah, I would love to find, there again, it's just kind of down to time and scheduling, and which I never seem to have enough of time, free time, so if there is some free time, I would love to go back and polish up those tracks, mix them better. There's so many things I listen back now and I hear that I should have done then, but like with anything, the more you do something, the better you get at your craft. So yeah, hopefully I don't have a straight answer to that. The second question is, it kind of depends on what I need to do, given my schedule, kind of back to the scheduling and stuff, but with Logic, generally, the way I produce and the way I write, I'll begin all my ideas in Logic because everything starts music first and then lyrics last for me. So I'll do all my production work in Logic, all my synth stuff, drum programming, loop sequencing, arranging, even all that stuff in Logic. Once I have kind of a working song structure, I'll print it out of Logic as just a stereo wave, and then I'll write over that. I'll write the top line over that. And once I have that kind of figured out, I know where things should fit, then I'll go back into Logic, open up that session, and I'll export all as individual files. And then I'll bring all of those files in Pro Tools, where I do all my mixing. And then if I need to record like drum overhead to mix over the track, or guitars or outboard synths or obviously vocals, whatever next, I'll do all that stuff in Pro Tools. Just kind of based on preference. You can do everything in one DAW if you want, but it's all about what makes sense and what you got time for, what you're most comfortable with, obviously. So for me, Logic feels really good to program in, and Pro Tools is great for mixing and recording. So that's kind of my method to the madness.
Yeah, I don't really blame you because I would love to play with that C24 too, with all the motorized faders and everything. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Rick.
Well, and I think that there's probably more than just Mark. According to the chat, there's a couple engineers on the phone, so I think you're touching on a couple nerves here in a good way. All right, I think then that brings us to Samantha.
Unmuted. Okay, hi Adam. So, you've been known to make music where it's just you and pen and paper, and you just go with whatever you've written down. But recently you've decided to step out of your comfort zone, working with others and such. Do you plan to continue changing your music style like that? And if so, what direction do you plan to go with it?
Muted.
It's a good question. Today, I kind of mentioned it a little bit before, but to date, I've never been a guy with a plan. I've always kind of, whatever grabs my attention, I'll focus on that. So right now, I'm like really into this, just the way the music sounds on this upcoming record, sort of dancey, very inspired by like dance production. I listen to a lot of trance music, so a lot of the production techniques and tricks and tips and stuff I get from that. A lot of like Dutch DJ trance music, whatever. So that's like what I'm really excited about right now, as far as production and stuff. But that's not to say that the next record actually is, that could be a lot more acoustic based or a lot more sort of quirky, electronic, whatever that is. But I think the thing that will always persist, the thing that will always come through is just that part of me that is me that I can't change, that I can't keep from influencing the music no matter what, even if I wanted to. It's that sort of slightly left of center, kind of quirky, bizarre, something about that vibe that works its way into the music that I love, and I never want to lose, despite, maybe working with other people, co-writers, co-producers, or whatever. It's still me through and throughout, and that'll never change. So who knows? That's exciting. That's what I kind of like about it, too, not really having it all figured out. Something might grab my attention, and I'll be so immersed in that, and it'll just be this whole new world that I have to explore, And that's what music, to me, is all about, trying new stuff, experimenting with new ideas, and it's endless, so you never know.
Unmuted.
Well, good question, Samantha, and great answer. I know we had a couple of, and some folks really had a hard time narrowing it down to just one, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one or two just to see, and I'll be mindful of the time, because I know everyone's got busy schedules, but could you tell us what it was like to perform live on stage for the first time, Adam?
Yeah, it was. I remember standing behind the curtain with a room full of people, like 500 or 700 people, waiting for me. I remember thinking, I don't know if I can actually walk out there and do it and sing songs for 45 minutes or whatever it was. I remember I was shaking, sweating like crazy, shaking, so nervous, stage fright was crazy, and I somehow forced myself to do it, and walk out there and play through the whole set, as short as it was. And I remember thinking, mid-set, I don't know if this is worth it, I don't know if I can really get into this, it's fun, and it was really kind of thrilling seeing these people singing all these songs that I've written, by all means very humbling as well. But it was so scary for me. It was like so much to take in. It was hard to focus on everything. You're so hyper aware of every little thing when you're on stage and you've got so many eyes on you. It was fun, but kind of not really at first. But as the show progressed and each song, was performed and kind of, and this whole show was kind of played down. I remember that night, after the show was over, my manager called me and said, "What'd you think your first show? You're having songs in front of your parents, and you never sang at church. This is like the first time you've ever performed in front of anybody, and you sold out, and it was crazy. What do you think?" And I said, "It was terrifying, but it was so much fun. We have to keep doing this if we can, because it's something about being pushed to the limit, so to speak, with the butterflies. After having pulled it off and having survived it, it was so compelling, it was so thrilling, and so honoring to see these people, these strangers, so gracious enough to appreciate my music. I said, I have to keep doing it.
Well, I think it's comical that you said if we can, because I think your fans have made it pretty obvious that you can keep on doing it, and I think they'd be pretty angry with you if you did it.
Yeah.
How about, I'll just maybe real quick, one or two other little follow-up questions. What do you do to get prepared or get inspired before recording sessions?
Before recording sessions, it's kind of a process. Generally, I guess 100% of the time, I'm recording like the final version of a given song myself in my own home studio. So, I spend a lot of time writing in studios between LA and New York. I record everything by myself, kind of by myself. I'm the only guy in the room, the only guy in the house, because it's my house. And so, generally, I have to like wake up, I get like a lot of sleep the night before. I'm like so picky about this, and I have a voice that isn't that strong, and isn't that reliable. Even right now, I have a frog in my throat. It's like can't get rid of it. Some days it's fine. So I have to get up, and I have to like go eat food. Certain kinds of food give you like froggy throat, certain kinds of food don't. So they watch like your diet the day before. Generally, it helps take a shower, as weird as it sounds, before I record, because all the hot steam helps with the voice. Probably half of it's psychological. I have to like drink a whole bunch of throat coat. It's this special tea you can get at like Whole Foods. It coats your throat. It makes me feel good. And I have to do a bunch of push-ups and get like psyched about it. I have to run through the song a whole bunch of times, and it's like this whole ordeal. but it's exciting, and I love the challenge of how good can I get this vocal. You know, if it's less than perfect, then I can't sleep at night. So how do I do the best that I absolutely can? And even then, it's probably not going to be perfect, but it's all about, you know, call to excellence and doing your best. And that's kind of what I do.
Oh, very cool. Well, I think I'm going to try to make a segue here. So if that's what you do to prepare, get inspired, when we think about, like, me personally for my job and what we do here at Conagra Foods, trying to inspire other people, individuals, kids, fans like the ones that are on the phone with us now, to help understand and help us fight the world's hunger problem. So how do you think this generation can better kind of help us with that fight?
I think so much of it is just about spreading awareness, because I think so much of it is people not being aware. And today, with technology, you know, the leaps and the bounds that technology has come over the past 10 years, everything is instant and everything is immediate and everything is in real time. And so I think if one person takes his or her time to let, you know, to post something online or tell a friend or whatever it is, I think it's just about making other people aware. And because technology is so easy and it's so fast these days, I think it's all about just you know, having the resolve to go tell somebody or to put it online, even if it's made available or whatever, because you know, that with technology these days, it spread like wildfire, and I think that's where I can help out. You know, I sort of based my career on having an online presence, and that's like what I could do. You know, for me, I was never the guy to go out and physically knock on doors, go door to door and talk to people, because that's not my personality. But if I can write a blog or write a song, even, I mean, that's a whole other world, using art, using your talent to spread the good word or whatever. Whatever your gift is, you know, I think that's what it all comes down to, and I think it's just about people knowing what's going on. Because, like I said before, it's a real issue, and it's a real thing that's going on, you know, behind our doors. And so if people really knew, I think, you know, we could really make a change.
Oh, well, thank you. That's actually an even better segue for me. I think that one thing that I would hope for and ask the group on this call to do is, when we share this video, you know, that kind of montage or collection of all of those plate photos that were submitted, I hope that you'll all share it with your communities, with your Facebook friends and Twitter, whatever, you know, blogosphere, just help us spread that message. That would be really great. So I think we're probably about out of time. So what I want to do is just seriously thank all of you for participating. And Adam, can I turn it over to you one last time, and then I'll do the closing.
Sure. Yeah, thank you guys so much for what you do and for supporting what I do. It's one of those things where I lie awake at night in bed, and I can't believe that I feel so undeserving to be able to do what I do, and to know that there's people out there appreciating what I do. And on top of that, to be able to do things like this, like what we're on the call for, support a cause as noble and amazing as this, you know, to be able to use what I have, what success that I've been given that I feel so undeserving for, to further this cause, you know, that's a real issue. I couldn't be more blessed. So thank you guys for being on this call, and see you soon.
Well, thank you, and thank you for everything you did on behalf of Child Hunger and Here, and for taking the time to talk to all of us today. Along with that video mashup that I've been mentioning, all the photos that were submitted, we'll be posting this video chat on our Facebook page soon. So be sure to like our page if you don't already, and it can tag you in that post so that you can share it. And then just on behalf of Conagra Foods, I want to thank everybody for your participation, just everything you've done to help us bring awareness about the more than 16 million kids who suffer from child hunger in the U.S. And just anything that you've done to help us inspire others to take action, just like Adam said. So one way we can get everybody to help for the next, I'll do a plug for the campaign before the end of this month. We can enter these 8-digit codes in the back of some of our specially marked packages. And those go to childhungerandhere.com, and you can enter the codes, and that's where you can download Adam's version of the song if you haven't already. But then just, you guys have my email address if you have any other questions or have any other ideas or inspiration for helping me, share our message and try to increase that awareness. I think it's time, though. Everyone, we say goodbye to Adam.
Unmuted.
Adam.
Bye, Adam.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Muted.
So much. All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.